Hi, everybody. I'm Swetha. I'm a yoga therapist living in Massachusetts and practicing across four studios in four places in New Hampshire and Massachusetts. Um, I'm making this video to share the latest change that I have done in my kitchen, which is to switch to cooking in clay-based pots. Um, so I read this book called um, Radical Metabolism by Anne Louise Gitelman. She talks about a lot of things. It took a while for me to integrate everything that she talked about, but the few highlights I got from it is um, the the myth about avoiding omega six oils in general, um, and and the other one is about clay based pots. Um, so I will talk about. I'll briefly mention what I learned about the omega six. What I had learned is some of the omega six oils are still bad, but if you use omega six oils that are high quality, that are cold pressed, that are made from organic nuts and are extracted by cold pressing them, and are used in a 4 to 1 ratio compared to organic cold press omega 3. So, the right ratio she recommends is 4 to 1 between omega 6 and omega 3, and using organic cold press oils. Um, and not so these oils are not necessarily used for cooking. I drizzle these oils over the cooked food once they are off the stove. I'll be making a detailed video and a blog about this, as an update to my earlier post saying good cooking oils. For now, I want to come back to cooking with pots. So the reason why she recommends cooking with clay pots is the infrared heating, which is um, even heating of the food, that happens in clay-based pots that you don't um, get in other kinds of cookware. And also, she recommends to remove all aluminium from the cookware. And one of the basic tests she suggests is that if you take a magnet and if the magnet sticks to the vessel, then it indicates that there is no aluminum, or it's less aluminum. But if it doesn't stick, it's most probably aluminum. But stainless steel is actually an alloy. It's not any particular metal. It's a mixture of metals, and it's never possible to know um, what's in it. So she recommends only stable stainless steel vessels, um, and that means that they have to be very heavy. Um, and not most of them are available in the market. And also, stainless steel has this other problem of having I guess about 14% nickel, which is also a heavy metal and which is also cancerous. And I'm not sure if it's cancerous, but it's really something you want to avoid. Um, so if the stainless steel is more heavy and more stable, there is less chance of nickel and other metals in it leaching into the food itself. So I've revolutionized my kitchen. I have removed all the stainless steel vessels, and I did this magnet test on everything, and all of my vessels and ladles and plates, everything was aluminum, so the magnet didn't stick. So I had to invest a lot of money and time into getting the clay based pots. So I purchased from Extrema, which is the brand she recommends as well. Um, Extrema Climate Spas are a US based, environmentally friendly company. So I didn't realize that clay based pots are actually ceramic. I grew up in India and we didn't have a lot of ceramic there. So we had this virgin clay based pots which did not have the enamel coating, which makes it a ceramic. So when I came back from India, I brought um, some of the clay-based pots from India as well. How much ever I could carry safely without breaking them. I had also invested in Extrema pots, so I have a mixture of Extrema pots and pans and the Indian pots. The Indian pots are better because the liquid can be easily poured from the cooked vessel onto anything you want to pour it to. Extrema is working on such a version, and that they're not going to be available till 2020. Um, so the other benefits of the virgin pots, which without the enamel coating, is um, actually the pot itself will remove the toxins because it's breathable and it has that quality. And when I went back to India, I saw that there was a lot of awareness of clay-based pots and why it is healthy and why it is recommended, and some people are making the switch to go back to clay-based pots. And in YouTube, there is a person who calls herself Happy Homemaker. That's her handle, and she gives advice on how to buy these virgin pots in India and how to maintain them, how to season them, and it's really impressive how much of free advice she's generously offering. And I guess because of all this awareness that is developing, people who do not want to change the status quo in India are making videos and spreading messages through WhatsApp saying that you should only buy these mud pots from clay based pots from soil that is tested, because the soil could contain plastic and stuff. There is some truth to it, but um, the reason why they are doing this is because the most of the people who are making these clay pots are small scale businesses. They are like making clay pots in their backyard, in their home, and they are doing it as their divine duty, their holistic duty. Their father has done this, so they are a family of pot makers that their grandfather has done it and their father has done it, and they are carrying this tradition and they are doing it as their spiritual work. They have no way to get the soil tested, and they are not going to make the pots from a place where they are dumping their plastic. So this mm, misinformation is baseless, and they are primarily doing this to create confusion among people so that people don't switch to clay-based pots from stainless steel. I don't know who's behind all this, but it's the people who want to maintain the status quo, so that people don't go on to clay pots and enjoy the benefits, the health benefits of cooking from it. And also it gives so much slowness, in the sense, the beautiful thing is to slow down in our life. We have been running, fast cooking. Oh, I just have to. I've had a roommate once who said, like, I don't spend more than 15 minutes on cooking because I find it waste of time. And that is so much against how I am, because I cook slowly. I take my time to cook. I say a prayer as I cook. And so, like clay-based pots, you have to cook slowly. Like the extrema, where cookware, you need to cook from low to medium. If you cook from medium to high, their warranty expires. Because the enamel coating can get damaged, and also the pot can itself break. So when cooking in these clay based pots, you need to cook from low to medium, and that means you need to cook more slowly. And the beautiful thing is that the slow cooking, the benefits, the nutrition of the food is also maintained, and you bring some slowing down into your life. And it's so amazing on many levels to switch to clay-based pots, and I'm loving it. And my husband, who was resistant to it in the beginning, is now seeing how tasteful the food is, and he's fully on board. Um, so thank you for listening.